after several months of planning and tweaking, 2 asthma attacks and construction, ready to release my Patreon. We are ready for takeoff. Hi, I'm Amma. I'm a content creator and illustrator based in Leeds. Welcome to my channel. Over here, I document my journey to becoming a full-time illustrator with all the business stuff on the side. Like I mentioned before, my Patreon is an extension of that. So today I'm going to be giving you a brief overview of what to expect on my Patreon while I make beef noodle soup. So at the moment I only have 4 tiers. I do intend on creating more as time goes along, where I include physical rewards, but for the time being I'm just going to do digital because you want to start off easy or simple so it doesn't get too overly complicated. So for the first tier, it's mini gherkin, and this one is basically mostly about community. It's where I want my people to come together, people who enjoy my work or who enjoy other people in my circle's work, if that makes sense. For this, it has behind the scenes, where I'd like to include all the behind the scenes of my work, business and life. That includes things like the behind the scenes of making my content for YouTube, Instagram and portfolio. Also, it includes things like the first look at me designing products for my shop, and Patreon content. It also includes polls. This is where you get to be part of important decisions, like what kind of products you'd like to see on my Etsy, or what kind of products you like for Patreon. The last one, and this one is my favorite, is Discord. I've had Discord for over a year now, but I've never been on the other side of making the servers. I've always joined other people's servers, so this was definitely a learning experience, and it took the longest to put together, if I'm being honest. The learning curve was rather long because I'm not techie at all, so yeah, I hope you guys really enjoy this part of the Patreon tiers. It's what I'm looking forward to the most. I really want to connect with you guys on a personal level and get to know you, person to person. The second tier is a regular Pickle, and it includes everything in the previous tier plus educational Q&As. I get a lot of technical and business-like questions in my DMs, and I answer them. But I thought that it would be very helpful if, someone who had those same questions could find them all in one place, put together, where they could regularly access them whenever they needed to. Questions like, how do I create an animation on Procreate, or how do I add a sticker border? Or more businessy questions like, how do I start an Etsy? What are Etsy fees? How much do I charge for my work? And things like that. So basically having all of the answers to these questions or similar questions in one place for people to access regularly and easily. The third tier is Big Pickle. It includes again everything in the previous tiers plus sketchbook access. Now, I'm very secretive about my sketchbooks because I feel that they're messy and I'm a bit awkward about it. I feel a little vulnerable when someone sees the rough initial sketches of my work. However, I do understand that it's an important part of the process, and to someone who's just starting out, it can give them a lot of clarity on how, everything works and how you arrived at the initial idea. The fourth and final tier is Thicc Mega Pickle. It includes again everything in the previous tiers plus monthly freebies. Since you guys will already have privileges from the previous tiers where you get to decide what you would like, in polls and decision making. You guys will also get to, with this tier, get to decide what kind of digital freebies you like. Now, initially I thought, digital prints, or like if I had something on my shop in a physical version, you guys could have it as a digital version on my Patreon. But I'm completely open to suggestions. So for now, this is it. There are 4 tiers, 2, 4, 8, and 10. I do intend on creating another tier, maybe 2 other tiers with physical items, but I feel like I need to get used to the groove of creating Patreon content first before I jump into creating rewards as well. So I hope you guys stick along long enough for me to get to that point where I can make physical rewards. We have officially hit the autumn/winter seasons here in the UK, hence why it's so dark and gloomy today. But yeah, today I'm working on the posts for Instagram to promote my Patreon release. So I created this initial poster to be the poster face of my Patreon release, and then I want this so that I can highlight the rewards, the digital rewards. And then this one I haven't started yet, but it's to put all the contents of what I'm going to be sharing on Patreon in one place, so that people have a general idea of what to expect. Okay, everything is done. Publish now. Okay, we are live. Last but not least, I would like to say a huge thank you to anyone who has ever supported me or my work in any way, whether that's through liking, following, or subscribing. It all adds together and means a lot to me. I hope you find some content here that is of use to you, and feel free to ask me any questions and send me any messages if you're curious about anything, and I'll be sure to get back to you.